Well, now we're going to go out there, and this is one I think you got to go check out, particularly if you like UFOs, or remember we told you they're now called UAPs, Unidentified Aerial Phenomenon. But if you like those kind of things, there's a video out there you got to go check out from the Outer Banks Lighthouse in North Carolina, which is fascinating because the guy's shooting a time-lapse video there at the Outer Banks Lighthouse in North Carolina. And so the time-lapse video takes one shot I think it's about every 10 seconds that it takes a shot. And so it's just sort of over time shows you a long period. It's a very high resolution camera that he's shooting with. And you see right there, now remember, it's a time lapse, so it moves very quickly across the screen. It almost looks like a meteor. But the point is each frame is like every 10 seconds. So it really moved across the field of view of the camera in a time of about 3 minutes, which if it slows down to that speed, you say, wow, that wasn't moving that fast. But it's clearly some kind of object shooting across the sky in the background of the lighthouse there on the Outer Banks of North Carolina. The video itself says, "What is this flying object?" And you can pull it up on YouTube. And it's a fascinating video, particularly where you see it slowed down and you see the actual, it's, again, very high-resolution camera. You can see a still of the actual object, and you can see it in pretty good clarity. So the question, it's definitely not a meteor. Definitely not a meteor. It doesn't appear to be some kind of piece of space junk falling to Earth. It doesn't burn up or anything like that. It does have some kind of a trail behind it, but it's not clear exactly whether that's from a propulsion system or from it coming in the atmosphere, exactly what that creates that trail. The truth is we don't know much about it, but if you're into this stuff, if you're into UFOs and UAPs, you got to go check this video out. It's very, very high quality, and one wants to wonder, what is this thing? Pat George, you put it up on screen now.
Very bright.
Yeah, well, I don't see it shooting behind the lighthouse. It shoots behind the lighthouse, and remember, that's a time-lapse video, so it's not moving nearly as fast as it appears to be moving on the video. But now you'll see them slow it down, Pat George, as you're seeing in the video right now. And then they slow it down even more, and then they freeze it, and you can actually see the object, or is it a spacecraft? Who knows what it is, right? We don't know. It's obviously out over the Atlantic Ocean that it's occurring. But this brings up another quick point. We'll see if I got time to get to it. In that COVID-19 relief bill that the government signed, they gave the government 180 days from the enactment of that bill to release all their files on UFOs to the U.S. public. So is even more disclosure coming in the next 6 months? We're going to have to wait and see, but it sure looks like it could be. I'm Morgan Streetman, and that's the way I see it. Thank you for listening to the Morgan Streetman Show. We hope you enjoyed what you heard, and if you did, please click like and subscribe to help us out. And remember that we recommend that you exercise your brain at least once a week.